Unlock the orientation. That's pretty stupid. Okay, whatever. How do you do that? Front, back, this. Huh. I wonder if that's a phone setting. Huh, weird. Why? Okay, so we'll do it like this. It's fine. Alright, let's see if anybody's out there. So, we're going to take a look at this hive right here. Alright, this is a Saskatraz hive. These girls are actually pretty gentle, to be honest. All these girls are gentle. See if anybody joins this thing. I wonder. Alright, gonna give them a little bit of a smoke. Did pop the top off and see how Saskatraz is doing. This hive is brand new to us. This came with a split, and we requeened it with the Saskatraz queen. I've never had Saskatraz genetics in my life, so I have no clue what to expect. But I guess they're great at overwintering, good temperament. They got good resistance against all varroa, all things varroa. Some of those things that cause bees issues. And let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. They're not, I wouldn't say they're full. Definitely working the outer 1, 2 frames. We have about 2 frames to go. This may be a candidate to go grab a super and drop a super on this thing. They look like they're about to get some size here. That's great. I was concerned that these guys wouldn't do anything. They might prove me wrong. They're putting honey everywhere, yeah. Nectar flow, baby. They still have they have work to do on this one. No one's out there, that's okay. I'm talking to myself. Totally cool with that. Saskatraz, let's see what we got going on here, ladies. They need another super, I'm telling you. Yeah, they need a super. That's great news. Holy cow, they are packing this thing full of honey. Check to see if we got brood. Oh yeah, look at all that comb. Brand new comb. They're packing it as they go. Wow. This is really good news. Great news. They're doing what they need to do. Should start seeing some brood here pretty soon. I'd love to see a queen. She's marked. She should be pretty easy to spot. If I want to spend the time to find her, I should be able to find her. In the future, having a queen that's marked is awesome, by the way. You may consider it a luxury. I'll tell you, as you're looking around at stuff, boy, is it a good thing to have. Brood, honey, pollen. Wow, she's building up. Yes, sir. Wow, she is building up. Look at all these bees. You want to see what bees look like? That's what bees look like. Look at that. Hopefully that looks good. No queen, which is okay. Totally cool with that. Like I said, I would see her. She's marked. She's really easy to spot. Unless her marking completely has come off by now. There's definitely brood. Plenty of cat brood. So, she's making babies. But this also means, honestly, I think I need to go grab another super, to be honest, or grab a super, to be honest. This makes me think that my Russian hive over there probably in need of a super here for us. Evidently, my understanding is these Russians are really, really vigorous. We're about to find out here soon once I get over there. Wow, look at all that beautiful brood. You got pollen, you got foragers. All the foragers, or lots of the foragers. Oh, there's the queen. Hard to see, but she's right there on the bottom of the frame. Right there, if you could spot her. Right there, walking around. Beautiful. Okay, good. Shut this down. She gets back in nice and safe. What I'll do is I will go and grab a super, drop a super in here because, oh boy, girls are doing their job. They're doing their job. They're packing this thing full of honey, which means that if I don't give them another super, they may get upset and swarm. No one wants that. Ain't nobody wants that, right? So, what we'll do is put it back, make it all nice, and I'll be right back, everybody. Is there anybody even on? Anyone watching me? Nope. But hold on, I'll be right back. All right. So note to self, this Saskatraz hive needs a super. Can't do it yet, only because I have all my supers in the garage with wax moth crystals, and I need to take it out and let it air out for a day or two to get all the smell out. But note to self, Saskatraz is multiplying. Saskatraz is about to bust out the sides. Queen's alive, doing great. So let's go to the next one. This is all about just taking notes, if nothing else, everybody. So I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Hopefully, if you're into bees or you want to be into bees, maybe you learned something. And heck, I'll go back, I'll watch myself, and I'll probably learn something too. How about it? So this is my Russian hive. So if you've watched us and my channel, we got these Russians the first week of May. Yeah, I think so. This is a new genetic here for us to handle. Russians, I guess, are very different. They are super winter hardy. They overwinter well. They are super resistant to varroa and tracheal mites and all that other stuff. So they're great bees here in Texas. They do very, very well. What's interesting about them is people will go and mistake the queen shutting down in the summertime when there's no resources. They will be concerned about that and they'll think it's a hive collapse. And that's not the case. It's just that they're very good on resources and the queen's pretty intelligent. So when she knows there's no resources, she shuts down. And whenever she gets her resources again, she explodes again. Plenty of bees on here, so that's good news. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, gave them a super. And honey flow is kind of strange this year. It was a cold year. So I don't think we've really gotten nearly as much warm weather and honey flow as we would hope. But actually, these frames were completely empty, I believe. Let's see what they've done. I'm hoping they start packing these pretty soon. This one, they're building comb, they're building wax, doing their thing. You can see there's already color in these. There's plenty of comb that they're building everywhere. So they're doing their job. And I wouldn't mind taking a look at the brood box, just because I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what she's doing. This is my girl. I'm trying to learn with these Russians, and they were bought as a nucleus. So again, they've only been here for, I don't know what, a month-ish. So I'm going to start seeing a lot of growth on this hive coming up. We should start seeing a lot of growth. And it's been a dry year, although it's kind of rained a little bit last couple days, so that's good news. If you guys don't already know, try and say it every time, but I love these Apame hives. I don't even know how you say their name. Apame. Oh, small hive beetle. They're actually very mean to all things small hive beetle. Great hygienic properties, as they call them. They just bite the back of the small hive beetle, and they're really aggressive to them, which is part of the reason why people look for these genetics. So we're pretty excited about that. You can see there's a lot of summer honey, lots of capped summer honey. They're putting a lot more in there too. So that's really good news. This frame is built out almost entirely, so they're doing their thing. They're doing a lot of work. It's one of the reasons I don't like to spend a lot of my effort on comb honey, because unless you have the attachments, obviously, that allow you to pull the chunks of comb honey out exactly and perfectly. I don't want to take all their work out of their hands. I mean, it takes a lot. Once you see how much actual work it takes to build comb. Oopsie, sorry about that. Tons of pollen here, tons of honey. Captain honey over here too. Just appear to be doing their thing. On this one, I've never seen the queen, to be honest with you. Really would love to see her. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a quick, longer inspection here. These guys, or these girls rather, sorry, can't call them guys. I mean, I'm sure there's some drones in here, but by and large, these are girls. Would love to see the queen. Have not yet on this Russian hive. Man, I would really would like to. They seem to have a good temperament. They don't seem to get angry. They seem okay. This is one of the frames it came with. I added a bunch of my own frames. I'm looking for brood. There's cap brood. All right. It's interesting, the last time I checked this hive out, I didn't see any brood, which I saw a little bit of cap brood there, but I'm expecting to see a lot more brood as I go to the middle, I hope, I pray. I can't imagine there's still a dearth for anybody. I mean, seeing how this, our Saskatraz hive is starting to fill honey. Oh, this one's heavy. Ugh. Where's that brood? Lots of honey. This is a mystery on this hive. Seriously, I should be seeing frames of honey. I'm seeing frames. Oh no, they must have swarmed. Ah, this hive may not have been queen right, or it may not actively be queen right. Interesting. I think they just hatched a queen. How about it? I wonder what happened. So, okay, I'm gonna leave them alone. They are gathering their stuff, they're storing things, and they're about to, well, that's a bummer. I thought these, oopsie, I thought these Russians would be the star of the year, but interestingly enough, they must have not liked their queen. Something must have happened. They requeened. Very interesting. That was definitely a queen cell. Couldn't show it to you. It's kind of hard to show. There's another one. Interesting. I mean, do we have multiple new queens here? I have read that Russian hives can tolerate having multiple queens. It's kind of interesting, I believe. I mean, there's a lot of them, though. So I need to check this hive in a couple weeks again. I don't think they swarmed. Maybe they swarmed. I mean, if they swarm, there's a lot of bees here. I don't think so. Very interesting. Well, can't say I expected that, to be honest with you. It's the last thing I expected. That is the last thing I expected. But I kind of had a hunch that that was the case. They didn't swarm. They're all still here. It's okay. They'll do this themselves. Okay, well, I guess that may explain some of this. And I guess these girls are able to do a lot more in the wintertime, in the fall, in terms of being out to forage. So we're gonna let them do their thing. They appear to be doing their thing just fine. They're foraging. They were, I remember when I got them, they were really bringing in pollen, very, very heavy. But, well, they appear to have made a new queen. So now they're going to figure out life. It's okay. I will leave them to doing the thing that the Creator has meant them to do. They are much better at this than any of us are. So that's kind of a odd report. I mean, unfortunately, that's what it is, right? What am I going to do? This is the hive that's going to be interesting because this one is a big boy. This is our biggest one. I thought this one was going to be the one that we take all of our splits from, and we did. But the queen in this one, we couldn't find any evidence of her, so we tried to requeen, and a day later, they left the new queen outside on the door dead. And then, sure enough, a couple weeks later, I looked at this hive again, and it was definitely a queen. 100% there was a queen. So, that being said, we'll put the smoke right here. Sorry if it goes in the camera's face, everybody. But this one, we're gonna see a lot of bees, so everyone get ready. This one I completely expect as well to have to add a super soon. There should be a ton of bees up here, tons. And this hive never disappoints. But last time when I was in here, I didn't see any honey being stored yet in the super. So I'm really hoping this time to see a super. It's got plenty of honey in it. Man, this hive has a crazy propolis game, man. They are heavy propolizers. What do we see? Man, still very little honey. No, I can see honey. They're packing it. Okay. Not yet ready for another one. But it would appear doing some work in here. Oh yeah, this has got some weight. Oh no, it doesn't. This one's empty. Empty on this side too. That one's got some honey. Okay. They're working it. They're working it. Okay. So, see what's going on here. Man, that's disappointing. Not a lot of honey. None. None here. Which is odd. Very, very odd. But should see you got plenty of honey here. So you got to think they're working on this last one. You got to think it's just a matter of time before they need to expand up here. But I would think that they'd be further along, but I guess not. They're building tons of comb. Oh, oh, plenty of honey in there. So the last one or two frames in their super is getting packed right now. So that's good news. That means that they're ready to go into this next one here pretty soon. So that's great news. Okay, so again, I'm curious to see if I can find the queen in here. Not that it matters, but it's always good to see what they're doing, right? Because why not? You always learn something. Oh my goodness gracious, is this thing heavy? Oh yeah. Woo. Wow, it's packed full of honey. All right, well, what do we got here? Everybody, let's see. Let's see what we got. Kind of want to get to the middle. Man, these frames are in here good, brother. Oh my goodness gracious. These are not packed. Any means. These are just building the wax out on this one. This is the hive that I sit in front of and I just see tons of bees hanging out and flying around. This one's got so many bees on a daily basis. frame. This frame looks like it's packed. Let's see what we got. It's also probably important too to keep in mind that it is about, I think I try to time these at about 10 in the morning, which means that a lot of my foragers should be out. Look at that beautiful brood. This is newer brood. It's capped. It's got a nice light yellow capping. So there's definitely a queen here. She's working. Yeah, the Russian one, man, I'm still a little bit shocked about that one. Shocked there isn't a queen there. Really bummed out. This frame's being built out. Let's check this one out. Two more hive after this one. They're building this one. See all that wax they're building? Building the comb. There's a lot of brood here. So she is doing her job. I don't see her, and these are feral bees, so certainly have no queen here that is marked. I just have to stumble upon her. Probably look at one more frame, but I see, yeah, I got a bee over here that's not very happy with me. I don't need to get them angry for no apparent reason. It's going to rain, I believe. There's a chance of rain today at some point. Last thing I want to do is get them angry late in the day, though, so they're going to have time to get back home. I don't want to get them angry before all that happens. Plenty of brood. She could be hiding amongst everybody in here. Very well could be the case. Wow, this frame is packed full of brood. She's definitely here. She's doing her job. I'd love to see her, though. Really bummed out about those Russians, man. If you haven't already figured it out, I'm super bummed out. But I got high hopes for them come the winter. They will overwinter very, very well here. Our winters really aren't that much of anything. And they'll keep doing their thing. All right, I'll go one more frame. Then I'll put them back. Plenty of brood. Love to do a little bit of an inspection. Since I do them so infrequently. Oh, this one tried to sting me. Why is that? This hive I've noticed has gotten hotter, I guess you could say. Maybe. They never used to do anything. The next hive is Cordovan, I believe. They're super gentle bees. They're building tons of comb on this one. A lot of brood here. Still don't see a queen. I should see all the marked queens, of which there's 2. The next hive, which is Cordovan. Oh, there's a lot of brood here. This is a big hive. You know, some people run 2 deeps. I don't. Let's see what else. Where is she? Come on, baby. Where you at, girl? All right. Gonna leave them be. It's a big hive. We'll put it back together. Let them get back to doing the things that they're intended to do, without my interference, of course. Hey. Why are y'all angry at me? This hive's not happy right now. They've been super nice in the past, but they requeen this year. I think they're just trying to grow and do their thing and just kind of want to be left alone. So maybe I should just do that. Give them their frame back. Some of these hives come the spring, I will split these, and these will go over to the ranch in East Texas. So follow along, subscribe, and like to this channel because you'll watch the adventures of beekeeping out there too. Reasonably hands-off kind of an approach out there, if at all possible at least. But I'll be out there less. Until we move there someday, obviously. But until then, I'm going to be out there reasonably infrequently. Every couple weeks. Alright. So I did the bulldozing technique and actually did a pretty good job. So they should be getting up here pretty soon. I mean, I'm still hopeful we get at least a super out of these bees this year. Not as much honey as I thought this year. Not a great year. Maybe this is just a building year. But leave them alone. Let them do their thing. And on to the next one, which the next one is, I want to say I have it written down somewhere. I always get mixed up between Carniolan and Cordovan. Give them a couple puffs of smoke. This one as well was reclaimed. This one was marked. Makes it hard to pay attention. And it's all that smoke coming to you. So let's check this one out. This one, like the Saskatraz, I'm just checking the status. They got tons of propolis in here. They don't even want to let go of the cap. There we go. Whew. This last hive I was working still is kind of ornery. Not happy with me. Sorry everybody, this is going to be kind of harder to see, but I'll do my best to pick up the frames and narrate a little bit as I get there, as I go along. I'll open up this one. This one also started pretty small. This was a split with this I want to say Cordovan, I think. I'll correct it at some point. That's not what it is. These bees are supposed to be super gentle, by the way. Like one of the most gentle temperaments. One frame, 2 frame, 3 frame, 4 frame, 5 frame. Okay, these ones are expanding. These ones are looking okay. These are working, putting some frames together, putting some wax, building comb. Pull some more frames out. Should start seeing honey on these outer frames. And they'll move it, which is pretty cool. I mean, there we go. Look at all that. Wow, that brood pattern is incredible. This entire frame, solid brood. Where's that? Where's my girl? Is she laying here? Where is she at? Our beautiful, beautiful homemaker here. Where's she at? Beautiful. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but just look at all that brood on this one. Look at all that brood. I mean, it is a thick frame of brood. It's beautiful. Doing exactly as she needs to. Great genetics. That's, man, I am really bummed out about those Russians. If you can't notice, I drove 2 hours down to Waco to pick those up. And for them to either have swarmed or they just decided to requeen. I don't know which one it is. This is all cat brood on here too. And she is doing work here. Wherever she is. I should find her because she is marked. She should be findable. Our first queen was great, the Saskatraz queen. I think you guys should have seen her. If there's a way I can go mark it on the video. I don't know how to do all that stuff, but maybe I can do that. That was a great view of her. She was just kind of walking around, having a good time. Being the queen, right? That's what they do. Yeah, these bees are so gentle. You don't even have to puff them. They literally aren't even coming at me. They're not even curious. Oh, there she is. Right in the middle there, if you can see her. Right there. Right there. Walking around. I mean, she's doing her job. She is laying eggs. So I want to be careful when I put this frame back in. You can see her. My goodness, the last thing I want to do is crush her on a frame or do something stupid. And I saw her carefully put this frame back together. And I guess let her do her thing. Just has to keep on making babies. Keep on laying eggs. And so they still have a couple more frames to go. So these are actually expanding quicker than our Saskatraz. No, I mean slower, sorry. Saskatraz has about 2 frames on the outside. So once I get, so that's just a quick little report on vigor. Saskatraz actually shocked me. They didn't seem like they have a lot of numbers in terms of vigor, but clearly they do. So let's go over here to our last Apame hive. Also feral. I'm hoping these guys have gotten to the top super. These guys were also a swarm. Well, they swarmed early this year. I'm just looking for some honey up here. I just want to see some numbers. These bees have been with me all winter. They overwintered. So last year I lost a couple of colonies. I think that 10-degree weather did everybody in, unfortunately. I mean, it happens. Especially when here in Texas we don't have to wrap any of that kind of stuff. Definitely times where living in the city, tons of wildflowers, can be super advantageous. One frame of honey, man, there's not a lot of honey this year. A lot of propolis, which is great news. This frame they're not done with, or this super they're not done with. Although, this one is the last frame on the outside. Holy cow, this propolis is nuts. And look at that. This is the last frame on the outside of this one. You can see they're capping it, right? So they're building the comb over here. So maybe there's hope yet in this one. We still have a month to go, so at least a month. And if you look around here, I think more because like our hibiscus and stuff hasn't even flowered yet. Like lots of our flowers haven't even flowered here. Our privets are done, or they're at least they're going to be. Yeah, they're capping all this. So this is theirs. Capping all of this stuff. That's good news. Okay, well, at least they're doing their job. These are unfed. These are just getting whatever's out here. So that's good news. Now, what I'm interested to see what the brood box looks like. Yeah. Rock under here to see if this thing starts to fall. It should not now. There you go. These bees have always been nice and gentle with me. Frame this up. It should have nothing on it. I like these plastic frames. Down. Let's go through these. Comb here. Building comb. Building comb over there. See what we got on this comb. I'm hoping to see a lot of brood. That's a queen cell. Big old queen cell. You see what a queen cell looks like? Right there, that little peanut. Right there. It's definitely, sure as heck to me looks like a queen cell at least. About the size of a peanut on the bottom of the frame. So I'm gonna ask around and get some clarity on that. They're not acting like they're not queen right. They're not acting angry. Oh, there's brood everywhere. Maybe that's a supersedure? I don't know. This frame is packed with brood. I mean, just absolutely. I'll show you. So here, packed with brood. The backside also packed in brood. I can spot a queen anywhere. I would put my mind at ease a little bit, I guess. These bees are super gentle. Like super gentle. Nope, no queen on that one. There, she's whoever's here. It clearly is a queen because we're working on. There's a lot of brood over here too. Oh, queen, where you at? I wish you were marked. It'd make my life that much easier, huh? There's a lot of brood here. I can't imagine there's no queen here. Unless literally she must have just gone. Or is not here like right now. It's very imminent. There's a good amount of brood. There's drone brood too. Lots of brood here. Brood here. Tons of brood. Someone's laying. Go to the next frame just because I'm curious now. And I'm here. Why not, right? They're not acting like they don't have a queen. You don't hear that air conditioned sound, I've been told. They're not acting frantic. They're not angry. Wow, there's a lot of brood here. I wouldn't doubt that she's on one of these next couple, like next frame or so. There's just a lot of brood here. Sorry, ladies, I'm going to take out one more frame. One more. Put y'all back. Don't worry. In the event she's on this one, I don't know. Maybe she's trying to work some new comb or something. A lot of pollen coming over there. And there's a very high likelihood that she's just on one of the other frames, or she's on the bottom somewhere, covered by tons of workers and her attendants. I'm just not going to see her. Which is always very much possible. You don't always see the queen. Last time I was here, I saw every queen except for the Russian. Which, now it makes some sense. I really do wonder if they swarm, which I think they have a tendency of swarming, to be honest with you. Which is okay. We'll figure it out, we'll do some learning, get some experience along the way. There's a ton of brood on here. All right, got one hive, Saskatraz. Found out that the Russians are not queen right, which is really a bummer, man. I don't know what these girls' deal is. So for today, that's all we're doing. Make sure things are in order. For whatever reason, we have a non-queen right hive. So with that, everybody, I don't even know who watched, but hopefully someone did. Thanks for watching.